New U.S. Immigration Rules 2025, Moral Character, False Claims, Cross-chargeability, and Priority Dates. The big picture. Something huge just happened in U.S. immigration. The rules for citizenship and green cards have changed. And if you're applying in 2025, these updates could decide your future. We're talking about good moral character, now judged differently. Of false claims to citizenship, exceptions redefined. Cross-chargeability, a secret tool against backlogs. Priority date retention, unlocking old petitions. Plus, Trump's new neighbor checks, a major throwback. This is not business as usual. It's a turning point, and you need to know how to navigate it. Stay with me until the end, because I'll break it all down step by step. Good moral character, a moving target. In the past, proving good moral character was simple. No crimes. Pay your taxes. Keep a clean record. That's it. You were good to go. But not anymore. As of August 2025, USCIS raised the bar. Now, it's not just about avoiding trouble. It's about showing positive contributions. Here's what officers are now told to look for. Community service, volunteering, church work, or civic engagement. Family caregiving, proving dedication to dependents. Education. Higher attainment adds strength. Stable jobs, long employment records matter. Tax compliance, consistency across years. This means you can't just sit quietly and hope for approval. You need to show that you've built a life that benefits your community. But here's the problem. This standard is subjective. What counts as enough positive contribution? A lawyer could argue one thing. An officer might see it differently. For farm workers, laborers, or those with limited means, this could create unfair disadvantages. That's why many experts believe lawsuits and appeals are coming. It's also important to realize that officers now have more discretion. That can be good for applicants with strong community involvement. But it can also hurt people who simply lived quietly, worked hard, and raised families. Bottom line, USCIS wants proof that you're not just living in America, but adding value to it. False claims, the fine print. Making a false claim to U.S. citizenship is one of the harshest bars in immigration law. One mistake can lead to permanent inadmissibility. But now, some exceptions have been redefined. For example, minors who falsely claimed under parental pressure may have new protections. Certain misstatements made without intent to deceive could be treated more carefully. This is a narrow path, not a free pass. But for some, it could mean the difference between a lifetime ban and a second chance. Immigration attorneys are warning that even with new exceptions, officers will be cautious. Each case will depend on documents, credibility, and context. That's why professional advice is critical. The key takeaway: if you ever checked the wrong box or misstated your status, consult an attorney immediately. Cross-chargeability, the hidden shortcut. Now, let's talk about a tool that most people ignore. It's called cross-chargeability. If you're from a country with long green card backlogs, like India, China, or the Philippines, your wait can be brutal. We're talking decades. But here's the loophole. If your spouse is from a country with no backlog, you can use their country of birth for your petition. Example: an Indian applicant married to someone from Sri Lanka. Instead of waiting years in the India line, they jumped ahead under Sri Lanka's category. Result: the case became current immediately. This rule is legal. It's powerful. And most families don't even know it exists. In some cases, even children's country of birth can be used. That opens another pathway many applicants miss. If you're stuck in a backlog, ask your lawyer about it today. It could change everything. Priority date retention, your place in line. Every immigration petition comes with a priority date. That's your spot in line. Normally, if you file a new petition, you get a new date, which means you start all over again. But under existing rules, you can sometimes keep your old date, even if it's from years ago. Example: someone filed an employment-based petition back in 2010. Later, they filed again under a different category. Instead of resetting to 2025, they kept their 2010 date. That's like having a VIP pass. It moves you forward by years. Too many people throw away old petitions without realizing their value. If you have a history of filings, check if your earlier date can still save you time. Attorneys often describe this as one of the most underused benefits in immigration law. Because while it doesn't apply to every case, when it does, it can shave off years of waiting. Trump's neighborhood checks, back from the past. This one is a shocker. For the first time in 30 years, the U.S. is bringing back neighborhood investigations for citizenship applicants. Yes, you heard that right. USCIS officers may now interview your neighbors, coworkers, and even employers. They may even ask for letters of recommendation from people who know you. This rule was last enforced under George H.W. Bush. Since the 1990s, background checks have mostly relied on the FBI. But Trump's administration says, that's not enough. They want personal investigations again. Their argument? To ensure applicants truly reflect good moral character and loyalty to the U.S. Constitution. Supporters say it adds extra security. Critics say it's another hurdle in an already long process. Imagine waiting years, submitting all your paperwork, and then finding out your case depends on whether your neighbor likes you. That's the reality now. Some analysts warn this could slow down naturalization processing even more. Others believe it's part of a broader effort to discourage weak applications. Either way, it makes preparation even more important. What this all means. So, let's connect the dots. Good moral character is no longer just about staying clean. It's about proving value. False claims have tighter exceptions, but still remain dangerous. Cross-chargeability is a golden key for families stuck in backlogs. A priority date retention can unlock hidden advantages. And Trump's neighborhood checks make citizenship harder than ever. These changes make the system more complex. But they also open new doors for those who know how to use the rules. What you should do now. If you're applying for citizenship, start gathering proof of community involvement. If you've ever made a mistake on paperwork, get legal advice before USCIS finds it. If you're stuck in a backlog, check if cross-chargeability applies to your family. And if you filed years ago, look at your old priority dates. They might still save you. Don't just wait for USCIS to tell you the rules. Be proactive. Plan your application strategy with these changes in mind. Knowledge is power. And in immigration, power means time saved, denials avoided, and dreams protected. Final thoughts. U.S. immigration is never simple. In 2025, it's even more unpredictable. The rules are tougher. The scrutiny is deeper. But the opportunities are real for those who prepare. Don't wait until your interview to find out what USCIS expects. Understand the rules now. Plan your path. And move forward with confidence. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon for future updates. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.